Hi everyone. Hi Dariush, Soudi. Thank you so much for coming today to my Karak with Fabri, and I'm so glad to have you as a guest.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I think we arranged this a number of times, and then it's meant to be that it's going to happen today. In the hottest, sunniest day ever recorded in Dubai. There you are.
The sun is directly here.
Yes. So watch these sweat beads running throughout the day.
No, we already actually started to talk. I think it's been already half hour, so it's already like a podcast we could have done already because we've been talking so much. It's been already coaching me somehow, and I can't wait to have I have a one-on-one with you. Because tell me.
Do you know what it is? It's sometimes you get enthusiastic, and talking to you, I was enthusiastic. So it becomes a coaching, but I really don't want to coach. It's just that, when you're really enthusiastic about the other person and you care, you automatically share things. So if I came across as coaching, I apologize. It's just that I actually care.
No, I love it. I actually love it because I felt that you care about me. Even if you don't know me, you already you care how I feel, you care what I was thinking, you care of my business already. No, I love it. I love it. It's not like you need to be sorry. And I think it's your instinct to help people. I feel it for sure.
Yeah, I think it used to piss me off a lot. Okay, I can use the word piss off, yes? Yes, of course I can. Okay, it used to upset me a lot because last year I assisted a lot of people to a tune of $35 million to invest their money, okay? And on average, they got 24% returns per annum, on average, which is amazing, right? Guaranteed. How many of those people came to thank me? Not one. No. Not one. And let's say they invested a small amount of money, they benefited from the return, and they invested it again. Not once they called me to say, I've invested again. But I know because I have a relationship with these companies, right? That used to upset me, okay? Because I'm thinking, why can't I just even say, thank you, you changed my life, right? Then I realized that human psychology is that we actually live in a world of scarcity. So because we are humans of 10,000 years ago, and we used to farm the fields, and collect the rice or the hay and whatever. And what do? We hid it somewhere. So animals didn't take it, the weather changed, we didn't get invaded. So we're in the business of protecting, right? So only over the last 100 years, we're thinking about abundance, right? To me, abundance is a natural state, but actually it isn't. So the day I realized that people hoard, people protect is a natural state. So why am I surprised that not one single person appreciate, or when maybe they did appreciate, but they didn't say anything? Because they think, if I'm winning, you can't also win, right? One's got to win, one's got to lose. But that's not the way the world goes, yeah.
No, it's not. Actually, I say too much thank you. Sometimes my friends are like, can you stop saying thank you? Because for me, the more you give, the more, and you need to acknowledge that people give you something because it's nice, of course. But I'm surprised. I believe.
Let's get into that conversation.
Yeah,
okay, I say thank you a lot.
Yeah.
And then the other day I was being served by a waiter, and I kept thanking the waiter, right? And I thought, hang on a second, what is this message I'm sending out? Because he didn't once say you're welcome, didn't acknowledge, he just took it. Then I'm thinking, here's the thing, right? I live in gratitude. When you live in gratitude, you're constantly saying, thank you, God, thank you for this. Because you've been in a bottom of the barrel, right? Thank you, God, for this opportunity. Thank you, God, for me being alive. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. So you automatically say thank you. But people see that as a weakness rather than as manners or the fact that you're just living in gratitude. Because when you're in gratitude, you can't complain about anything. When you're all constantly thankful, you can't moan. You can't get depressed because you're happy to be breathing. And also, living in gratitude is a decision. Being happy is a decision. You don't wake up in the morning going, I woke up happy. Your back could be hurting. You could have bills. You have issues that you went to bed with the night before. So you decide to be a leader. You decide to be happy. It's a freaking decision to be.
Sometimes it's very hard to control yourself. And this is something that, of course, you can tell us. But sometimes it's very hard. It's hard. Because I cannot observe myself from outside and see, wow, Fabri, you're so lucky right now. Like, what you have, everything. You have health, you're making money, you're having great success. But why sometimes you wake up so sad? What's wrong with you? So, and I try to, we're humans in the end of the day, you know? So I believe that sometimes happens. I try to sometimes to pull up myself, but you can't. You just can't. I don't know what it is, but I believe like we're living in a world where we are never satisfied. It's never enough for everyone, I think. That's why I was telling you before that I went to Italy, to my country, South Italy, and I was appreciating everything, every single thing people were doing to you, all the details, all the basic. I told you I was staying at my grandma's house without AC, was super hot. And for me, seeing that, it made me happier and great, and be more grateful what I have here in Dubai. So you need to come back sometimes where you're coming from, physically as well, not only mentally, don't you think?
Yes. I think, how can you appreciate air conditioning when you've had air conditioning all your life, right? How can you appreciate the sun when it's been sunny every day, okay? So you can only appreciate things when you've had the opposite. So you can only appreciate summer when you've had winters. You can only appreciate day when you've had nights. Okay, so life is hard. Okay, so wake up in the morning looking forward to a hard day. Okay, because 99% of people quit. Right? 99.9% of people quit before the day starts. That's why we need dustbin men. That's why we need cleaners. That's why we need taxi drivers. Because not everybody can be a leader, right? It's that 0.1% are the ones who actually consistently go to the gym. They eat well. They motivate people. They invest in learning. They decide to take a risk and open up a company. If everybody did that, then they'll all be business owners.
But do you believe everyone they were born that they could be a leader and that they choose to be a leader? Like everyone were born with it, or just as a gift?
Everybody is born with it.
Exactly.
And then we're conditioned to fuck ourselves.
Because I believe everyone has the same journey, has the same street.
Yes.
But some people, they just keep going like this. Some people, they just stop in the how do you say, autogrill? Like they stop in
dead end or
the petrol station or something. So I believe everyone were born, but then we choose.
We don't choose. It's our conditioning. So if you imagine you wake up and most of us are born in poor families, right? So when you go to buy something, the mom says, well, who do you think we are, Rockefellers? Yes, or rich people are bad people. They've screwed people to get to where they are. And suddenly, throughout the years and generations, we build a negative association with money. So I don't expect you to go and become rich, right? Because you're thinking rich is pain. Rich is a bad thing. And most people can't get out of that. The people who get out of that conditioning are the ones saying, why not me? Right? Why can't I turn left when I go on a plane? Why am I sitting in economy? What's he or she doing to have a Ferrari? Why is she doing to having that life? Or I noticed she got Chanel earrings, so I want those. So the answers are there, but most people just accept mediocrity.
Lazy.
Most people are lazy. You know why? I'm lazy. But I take the shortest cut all the time. Right?
You need to tell us.
But then my vision and my eye on the goals are so clear. So I think, right, I have high goals, I have small wins, celebrate them, and I will get to point B. Most people lose their focus on the goal. We call it North Star. They lose their ways.
That's why it's very important even to write down the goals, because you need to see what you want. You need to program, like plan what you want in life, because sometimes if you don't do it, you just get lost. You just lose yourself and halas, okay, I give up, I cannot do it anymore, I tried, but it's fine. But I really want to know, when did you start to think like this?
We're going back and forth. Do you mind if I...
Tell me.
In my company, every single member of staff, including receptionist, has a vision board.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Everyone has a vision board. Not text, not on their phones. Thank you. A vision board. Is it sweet?
Is it yeah,
Is
it's
it
a
sweet?
little bit.
If it's sweet, I'll take it. Cheers.
Yeah, it's sweet, sweet. It's sweet. It's
Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, to you. Thank you. So,
It's actually very sweet.
oh, it's very nice actually. Lukewarm, but very nice.
Not
So,
warm anymore.
if you imagine, right, I go to my sales team, and they have a vision board, the car that they want, the house they want, the lifestyle that they want, and then I really push them. Okay, they will allow me to push them. Why? Because they know I want them to achieve their goals. So it kind of helps me to manage them to achieve their goals by having a vision board. You see?
That's very nice. So you see, I think they trust you as well. They
I hire
trust you.
better because
You treat them well for sure. So
nothing to do with that. Honestly, what happens is I'm very much into the internal dialogue, the way we think.
Okay.
Thinking is a process of asking and answering questions. So when I say that, you're thinking, is it talking truth? Yes, it is, then you nod, okay? So we're asking and answering ourselves questions all the time. So the quality of our life depends on the conversations we have here, okay? So if somebody comes to you and works for you, and you really genuinely love and care for your team, irrespective of what you do and the culture you have, they have already decided what you're going to be like, depending on the past experience. Yeah. So you hire someone, and they've been treated like shit by their past employers, right? They're never going to give you the chance to show how amazing you are.
Oh, you think so?
Unless you sit down with them and you say this. You say, listen, have I had employees steal from me? Yes. Have I had people who lied to me? Yes. But the moment you walk in, you're my family member, right? Same. I'm going to trust you 100%. Are you willing to trust me 100%? If the answer is no, come back when you're ready, right? But I can't sit here fighting your past battles. I'm not the same boss who treated you with disrespect. You come in, give me benefit of the doubt, and I'll give you benefit of the doubt. So, and then we'll win.
But to be a leader and boss, how you? Because for me now, I just opened my company. I'm a CEO of Fabrilit since 4 months, and my team, everyone is super happy for me. Thank you so much. But I feel like sometimes they even tell me you're too nice, but that's how you're supposed to be. Why you should be a bad boss?
Okay, it's not so black and white. Okay,
No?
you can be nice and fair, right?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't mean nice and bad. I'm never
Okay.
bad, but I'm very direct because there
Okay, if you're not
will
doing-
be a time that you will have to fire someone.
Oh yeah, no, it happened already.
Oh, okay, congratulations. Okay, so
It was hard actually.
hard for you, but then when it's gone, right?
Yeah.
When it's gone, the weight is off your back, and you think, why was I living through this pain of hesitating, procrastinating, when the decision was made? They were probably happy to go. Often they are, because then if they're not, yeah, exactly. You're too emotionally attached. You care too much, right? And that's probably why you have to. I did this. I've been in business 40 years, and I did this year. This lady, I should have fired her like 20 times in 12 months. And every single time on the day I was going to fire her, and she knew she'll come in and just do something right. And I kept, oh God, she's trying. The moment she was okay, what did she do? She resigned. She got a job 500 dirhams a month higher. And I'm thinking, I
500
carried,
dirhams are here. Okay.
yeah, I carried this person for all so long, and I cared, and I had sleepless nights, and thinking, I'm too nice. And what did I learn from it?
Same for you. Okay, you're still going through
I'm a
this.
human being.
Wow.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so it's normal.
So just dance with it.
Okay.
Don't beat yourself up.
No,
Because
I
if
do
you-
too much.
If you beat yourself up, you're never happy. If you beat yourself up, you don't sleep at night. If you beat yourself up, you're constantly contradicting yourself, and you're having this internal battle. Just realize you're a human being. And dance with it.
No, that's very true. That's very true. Even with the podcast, I'm super honest. That's why I think also people like me. I'm very honest. Even starting this
Is
podcast.
it important for you that people like you?
That's a very good. Okay, I think yes. No, no. Wait. When I started real estate, and I started to make these videos, I don't know if you saw some of my videos. My very first videos, the comments were so bad. Like when bad, very bad, and yeah, like stupid comments with no sense. I was laughing all the time. For me, it was like I was watching and I was enjoying people seeing, taking their time to write down, oh, your accent, Italian, what those tattoos, oh, you wear this, oh, very bad. But I didn't care because I don't know them. But in general, yes, I want people like me. Of course, I want most likely more who works with me. I care what they think. I care if they are comfortable. I care if they feel okay with me, and of course, no?
Why do you have to ask me the question? I'm just about to pick
No,
up
no,
my...
go.
Okay, I'll put it down. It's like...
Go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
what's the answer?
Go ahead.
Okay, the timing was perfect.
It's gonna get colder, so drink it.
Okay, I will, boss. Thank you so much. You've been very bossy. What was the question?
I
No, I'm
don't
just joking.
remember.
No, I do remember. I'm just joking.
I
to be
care.
liked. To be
Yeah.
liked. To be liked. Okay? I don't give a shit.
Exactly, bravo.
Okay? Here's the thing. I look in the mirror, and I'm happy with the person who looks back at me. Okay? Because I know I wake up every single morning, try to make people's lives who cross my path better. Right? Along the way, they can dislike me. They don't like my method. They don't like my beautiful hair on my head. It's nothing to do with me, right? It's to do with them, their stories they tell themselves. So I'm in business to be respected. I'm not in business to be liked.
Yes, okay. No, okay. That's
Now I'm going to get into my character here.
What I wanted to no, I wanted to mean actually. No, respect, of course. Of course. And you've been in this business. You've been in this business since 40 years or so. You already built your gladiator,
Muscle. That's the word you're looking for.
I wanted to talk about that what you call like those...
Six-pack?
No.
Biceps?
No. You know, gladiator, that they have this army stuff, those stuff.
Yes.
So I'm sure you created when all these 40 years of success.
Alzheimer's is coming in.
Don't tell me about memory. I'm so bad.
Yes.
I'm so bad. I need to...
But we're going to change that. You know, I went to a coach, and I kept saying, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And the coach said, well, you're stupid the way you're talking to yourself. It's because what? Just say, I need some rest. And just that, from changing I'm tired to I need some rest,
it will
change the way I move. Yeah.
Because the more we armor. Because the more we talk about bad ourselves, you know, there is this document. I don't know if it's real or not, but I saw many years ago this documentary where they put one bottle of water, and another bottle of water. So every day they were saying to one bottle of water like beautiful stuff, and every day bad stuff to the other water. And after a while, this water became like mold. So I believe if we keep talking about ourselves and not in a nice way, we're gonna go more down, and we become even uglier.
It was a Japanese experience by a Japanese doctor. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. There's we were talking about drugs earlier, right?
Yes.
And
because I'm going to Amsterdam very soon.
Other people taking drugs, right? And there's something called DMT. Have you heard of DMT?
No, DMT.
You've heard of ayahuasca, right?
Ayahuasca, yes.
Ayahuasca takes you to the next level, but it's quite dark, and you purge. There's something called DMT that takes you 5 levels deeper, but instantly. Okay. Now, there are natural products from the poison of a frog. Okay, so what they do is in the Amazon, they stab the frog and they take this poison out. Okay, and then they put it in crystal format. You inhale it, and in 20 seconds you're gone. Okay, it's incredible. I've been told. So here's the thing. It's become so popular that they have frog factories now. So what happens is, imagine every single day these frogs are stabbed, right, with these little pins to take the poison out. The journey that a person has depends on whether the frog's happy or sad.
Are you kidding me?
Can you believe it?
Wow.
So shamans now are finding frogs in the forest, are roaming around. They haven't been stabbed before.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've forgotten a year ago. So they're just happy-going frogs, right? But the ones in the farms, when people have on trips, they're having negative trips.
So, okay, so those ones you're going to have for sure the negative trip, but the happy ones you're going to have a good trip. That's what happens.
Yes, you set your intentions, and it's called I'm not going to mention it because it's called the God drug, but it gives you the answers to your intentions. And mine was,
I didn't know about this drug.
yeah, it's incredible. And mine was what's after death. what's after death, because I've had so many people die on me since the age of 3. I've witnessed death so many times, it's unfair. And I was always like, what's going to happen to us? I'm always worried about this person dying, my mum dying, my kids dying. I always think about death. There was never an evening I went to bed not thinking about death, which is not a good place to be.
No.
And then after that trip, I've never thought about death again. I witnessed my own death. It was incredible. And the message came through that we only pass information. We only pass knowledge.
That's amazing.
We just pass knowledge. It's energy of knowledge passed on down generations. You'll be fine.
I had a friend that she did ayahuasca and she went through death as well.
Ayahuasca's quite dark though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like the feeling of purging.
No.
You know, I don't like that. But this one was 20-minute journey. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
The only thing ayahuasca became too much commercial.
Yes.
I even heard bad things, to be honest, in Peru. But I don't want to say like bad things. Like, so I don't know if I always wanted to do it because it's something that they say change your life. I was always very close, but I never done it. And now that it's too commercial, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, there's commercial people and there's uncommercial people,
Yeah.
right? It's
You
the
need to go to
process you go to. You have to find
Yeah.
the shaman, the process, the cleansiness prior. I know people here's something I didn't know, that when you take something that's natural,
Exactly.
you don't
It's
become
natural.
addictive.
No, of course not.
You don't become addicted.
No.
So it's not, you don't have this. Then I met someone who's had like 40 ayahuasca trips. I'm like,
No.
that's, you should only go on one, you experience it, and you leave, or maybe twice.
I heard as well, by the way, sorry. That I had a friend of a friend that he did many times. But I'm
Yes.
like, why? Because he wanted to learn to become a shaman. But why do you need to go like
Through the
so
process
many
itself,
times?
yeah. That's the way the cookie crumbles, right? There's some people who like that, some people are not. That's
No,
You know?
maybe one day. Let's see. Because I was very close many times. Let's see. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I already did some. I've been in India for 6 months. I tried cacao ceremony, many things. So I went through some spiritual journey. Actually, we always say we go through a spiritual journey, but at the end of the day, we were born spiritual, what I understood. And then we are living in this, how can I say, territory world, territory experience, but we born spiritual. We were born also happy. Like our natural state was happiness. It's just sometimes we make it darker.
We are happy. Why do we cry? Why do we cry?
Cry is a release. It's salty. Salty water always heal yourself. So I believe when we cry, we are healing ourselves. So like when you go to the sea, you swim, and that water heals you, cleans you. Same thing for the tears, I think.
How about, I don't know the answer. How about we cry to get attention? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
We cry to get love. Because I think, I 100% agree with you. We are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. That's all we are. So we are spiritual beings, energy. We're just energy levels, just different concentrations of energy. I just think the society says that, I think ultimately everything is about love. Ultimately, the guy who wants to drive that fast car wants to be loved. Yes, the guy who shows off about how much money he's got just wants to be loved. Ultimately, it's about love. Okay? A lot of it's through insecurities but
Exactly, insecurities, exactly. Yes, I think a lot of people in this world right now insecurities. So we want to attract attention. And at the end of the day, you're right. I never think I thought about it, but it's love in the end of the day.
Do you know? I think the most amazing spiritual place you can be in is whereby you meet someone to enhance your life. You don't meet someone to fill holes in your life. Okay? And then what happens is you become reliant on that relationship. But if you think, listen, my cup's full, what are you going to bring to add to my life? Not to, I've got gaps and holes in it for you to fill it in. That's unnecessary pressure on the other person. And also, it's not a good, healthy start. Okay? Unfortunately, when we come to Gladiator, which is what I have a bunch of people who call gladiators, not the event itself, it's the movement, is that I think men have lost their way. If you think about it, the actual handshake of a man has been reduced by half the pressure over the last 50 years. So when we shake hands,
I
we
always
shake
think
hands.
about this.
Yeah, we become soft. And it's not our fault. It's just that we think women independent, we lose our way, right? But we don't think that we can be at strength. An independent woman wants a real man in the relationship.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, yeah, nowadays women, we complain a lot. We don't find a man, we don't find a good man, we don't find a alpha man, but maybe also because we become too much masculine. But why we become too much masculine? Because we don't see the masculine on the other side. So
I can't believe how many, 70% of my followers are women gladiators. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow.
You would think being gladiators will be macho men. It's not. 70% are female. And do you know why? Because they're more open to change, they're more open to learning, and they don't have an ego.
Exactly.
Right? A man has an ego.
Yeah.
I am who I am, but behind the scene, I'm no one really. I just have
Yeah.
to put up the show, okay? Women, no filters. Hey, listen, I'm new to the market. I want to compete with a man. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. Yes, and never hear that from a man.
Because we admit that we are weak. We could be weak. No?
Or the minority.
Yeah.
Or you are born in a man's world and
Yeah.
you need to learn or work twice as hard to get to where men are. So you're a lot easier to teach because you're more open to it. But a man goes, women make better stockbrokers than men, right? Because they stick to the rules. A man goes, right, I'm gonna invest in IBM. And IBM could crash. But do you know what they're gonna say? I made that decision, I'm gonna stick to it. IBM will turn. And it never does. Women go, right, 15%,
Yeah.
I'll get out, invest in something else.
Yeah.
And then make better stockbrokers.
No, but you were right what you were saying earlier, by the way. That right now, I'm on the stage. I was telling you earlier without the camera. I'm on the stage where if I accept a man in my life, a companion or a partner of crime, anything, I will only accept not that I need this person next to me, but can add something with me. I don't want to depend to anyone. I don't want to someone that, you know, like there's so many girls that say, oh yeah, I want to find a rich man. Why? You can make it happen. And then if you find someone next to you, he will give you peace, love. Why rich man? Why?
Okay.
I'm making my own.
I have an opinion. Like
Okay.
in everything, I have an opinion, right? Okay. So if you imagine that end of the day, a relationship is a connection of two beings, right? Ultimately, it's a connection of two beings. If I was going to meet a woman, I wanted to be the most attractive woman because it'll give me the most attractive offsprings. If I was a woman looking for a man, I want a stallion. I want the one who leads the pack of men. So often, that's measured by monetary. Because in my humble opinion, what women want is safety and security. And there's not enough men offering safety and security to women. And that's made women come out and say, I need to be independent, right? That's my humble opinion. And I think when you are a successful woman, it highlights a man's insecurities. And they should work on, if you want to work on your relationship,
a
work
post
on
on
yourself.
Instagram with this sentence. When you're a successful woman, you highlight the insecurity
in your
of
husband or your partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
true.
people need to work on themselves. They need to be happy with themselves, right? So I used to have this friend of mine who's super good looking, right? Beautiful blue eyes, a guy. And when we used to go out, the women would just straight away, he will go to anyone, and he had the guts to ask, right? So he'll go and ask, and they say yes straight away. He will like collect 20 numbers. Do you know how many dates he'll have? One. After that, the women didn't want to know him again. You know why?
The women, they were like not
He'll-
anymore with him. Okay.
No, he'll call them. They'll go on a date, but they'll never want to see him again.
Oh.
Because you know what he did was he sat there talking about his worries, his indecisiveness. He was procrastinating. So suddenly, his good-looking, solid, blue-eyed, gorgeous, handsome man became a wimp. And despite his looks,
But it's not bad if you think about it. It means sometimes a man, when it shows insecurities, is more man.
not too much.
Not too much. True.
Okay, it's been proven. If I go to a woman and say, "Hey, I've been looking at you and you're beautiful, and can I have your number?" I might have a success rate of 10%. But if I go to a woman and I say, "Hey, I was on the way to the office and I saw you and you're beautiful. Give me your number," the success improves 5 times.
It sounds very good, actually.
Because a woman wants to see a man going somewhere.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I've got, maybe that's why you see the most attractive women attracted to musicians, rock musicians. Because they're so into their music. They're going somewhere with their music, right? And this beautiful woman that everybody wants to be with goes with ugly guitarist, right?
Yes.
It's because he or he has a vision, a direction, he's doing something. And that's appealing to the opposite sex. Right?
Very interesting. I'm just thinking, so true. It's true.
Are we having a eureka moment here? Eureka?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah. So it's factual, and also I believe that monogamy is something that is been forced upon us.
Yeah,
okay?
Bravo. Yes, it's. Of course, I want to have a man one day that stays with me. That's it, only with me. But I also believe that we were not born to be monogamous.
If you look at history, again, I'll go back Greek and Roman. I'm not saying it's okay, right? But it's factual. It's fact. If you went to a Roman forum, there'll be a section for children, there'll be a section for animals, there'll be a section for boys, girls, whatever. And it was free for all. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
I think it started because we started to have illness, so that's why you cannot go with everyone. Then
No,
slowly
do you know what it
became,
was?
No?
It was religion.
Religion?
Religion comes on and says, listen, I want this particular sect to continue. So Christians and Christians, to have more Christians, you have to stick together.
No,
Okay?
also illness as well?
No, because they were all at it 200-300 years ago. They were dying from syphilis and all sorts of things, right? So you never be able to push it on the ground. But the fact is that here's the interesting thing. We can let's go wild with this one, right? I've never done this on a podcast before.
I love it.
There was a study done on sperm count. So if you imagine a graph, right? So when a man made love to a lady, they counted the sperms, and it was this. And then after a period of time, the sperm count reduced. So a man doesn't go, I'm going to give out less sperm today, right?
Okay.
So automatically, the body produced less sperm.
Because you'll be with the same person.
With the same person.
Wow.
And then, in this experiment, they introduced a new partner. Guess what happened to the sperm count? It went straight up again.
Oh,
So something
new
in
partner
your...
was, you mean, a man or a new girl?
Doesn't matter, right? Oh, a man, of course, because the sperm
Okay,
count is from a man,
okay,
right?
okay.
So with the same lady,
same
and the sperm
lady.
count goes down.
Yeah.
Right? Not that he's thinking, today I'm going to give out less sperm, right? It's just automatic.
Yes, yes.
And then a new woman was introduced,
A new woman. Exactly.
and then the sperm count went straight to what it was before, right?
So it's-
something that's we're forcing upon people, but really our DNA is all about producing.
Sharing.
Yes, yeah.
Katsu. Sorry.
Interesting, right? We
It's
never thought
very
we'd go that
interesting.
direction, did we?
So it's because I always thought about it that we were not born to be with only one person, but it's also scientifically in general.
It's scientific. I can't remember on this study. I believe a bull only has sex with a cow 7 times.
7, my favorite number. Okay.
So, or 8, or whatever. So, if they take this cow away after 4 and bring it back and say, right, then you only do it 3 more times. Something inside the bull says this is what's required to have more little ones, little cows.
I'm sure we have this as well, but we lost it because we have too much around of us.
Everything is
social,
conditioning.
of
Everything
course,
is
of course.
conditioning.
Animal, not anymore. Like, animal, like with the still like with the basics or with the roots. I don't know how to say, but yeah, it's very interesting. Yes.
We forget that do you know, it's all about love. I know the gladiator. Yeah.
Everyone is made to love.
Okay, right, and we're going to discuss this also, right? Because because I'm a thinker, and it's not because you need to be a thinker and a doer. Okay, there are too many times I think and not do, which frustration comes in. So, made to love, I would have rather seen made to be loved.
Made to be loved. I was made to.
You see, when you say made to love, that means you're so giving.
Yes.
You're so
That's
giving,
what I feel, yes.
right? 2 things can happen. You can suffocate the other person, or they can never give enough to match what you're giving. And
Destroy
frustration
myself.
comes in, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say, earn to be loved, right? Deserve to be loved. Yeah, because you're freaking worth. We discussed this before the cameras came on. Ultimately, with your salespeople on commission, salaries, relationships, your friend, it's all about, do they feel worthy to be rich? Do they feel worthy to be in great relationships? Do they feel worthy to be alone? Some people hate their own space.
I think everyone should learn to be alone.
Should love to be alone.
It's beautiful.
Right? Silence, stillness, solitude.
It's
That's where growth happens. Too many people fill themselves with noise. Noise.
You know, there are some people that you see them always with a partner. They cannot be alone.
They can't be alone.
It's so
And do you know
bad.
what I say? Why do I always meet bastards? Why do I always meet bitches? Because you're always focusing on it. Because you got a hole and you want it filling in all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
At the end of the day, then you become empty again.
Yes. I have a daughter and she's a beautiful soul. And what I love about her is that she just says, Daddy, I'll wait till the right person comes.
Beautiful. How old is
Isn't
she?
it? Not going to tell you.
Oh, no, okay.
Because you want to appreciate it.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah. And she goes, Daddy, I'll wait. And I always thought my daughter...
Because she's learning from you as well. Come on. She has a beautiful father where he has...
Do you know, I think it's actually from her mum. Because in my life, I've lacked so... We talk about, I noticed in your notes here
There's
about
nothing
childhood.
that
Let me explain my childhood, okay? I never had a father figure. He died when I was 3. I was taken care of by my granddad. He died when I was 7. I was taken care of by women. And my mum was 23, and she was a widow. So she's only 19 years difference between my mum and I. So she physically and mentally abused me every day, right? So my self-worth is very little. So I got myself into relationships whereby the message I sent was, I just take any shit because I just don't like being alone. Just make me feel worthy. Just love me a little bit. And if you kick me. Tomorrow I'll forget, you know, and kick me again and kick me again. So, and then I'm like, why am I being kicked all the time? And then I realized that I'm actually training the other person to kick me.
Can I ask you, till when this happened? For years?
Every day.
Till now?
Even to now. Even till now. In different
Something
areas
that
of
you
life.
don't-
Because what are we? We are working. You said, your first question was,
Do
who
you-
are you?
Yeah.
Like, who the hell are we really, right? We work in progress.
So do you think we really never heal ourselves at fully, right?
I think some people have healed themselves, but I
At
think...
fully.
Okay, what's heal? Healing.
Like, I don't know if I should say this, but healing, like when you come out from a relationship and you feel like during the day you feel amazing, but then maybe during the night you realize you keep dreaming about that person that is even treating you in a bad way, and you wake up crying, but then you realize, why, I'm good. But then you realize, no, I think I'm still hurt inside because it's coming from I'm subconscious, from my dreams.
Okay, I think... so we're going deep here, right? We're going deep here. I think,
Too much, I think.
Do you think so? No, I don't think
No,
so. I think
no,
you're going to
no,
get a
no.
lot of people
People love
responding to this. I think I've never had a podcast like this, by the way. So thank you so much. The first.
Thank you.
And I get interviewed all the time. I think a lot of what we go through is addictive. Okay, so we get used to it and we think it becomes normal. So if I keep doing this for 1 month, every single day, this skin will get very thick and it just gets used to it.
Oh, yes. It
Okay.
becomes stronger.
It becomes stronger, but it loses its feeling.
Yeah.
Right? So it becomes numb.
Yeah.
So I think the more we compromise, the less self-worth we'll have, and the more we get used to being kicked. Now, what happens is, it's not about that relationship, because you finish, you say, stop being kicked. I don't like you, you keep kicking me, and you're going to exact another person just like that person. Because the message that we're sending to the universe is, I'm here to be kicked.
So you think when you leave someone because you didn't like the way it was, you will go to the same person again?
Yes, unless,
I don't think.
I'll explain. Unless you go, right, these are my boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay? Many people don't talk about the boundaries, right? Many people don't even sure about their boundaries. So the other person steps all over the boundaries and they're unhappy inside. And I go, why? Because you didn't set the rules of the game to the other person.
But these people are still scared to be alone. The same, we come back to the same thing. I think they accept everything, no?
They can, do you know, you can still be alone and then get into a shit relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's all you know. That's what you're attracting. Like, what's that thing in the brain called that you see a white dress and you see that same white dress everywhere?
Yes,
and you just attract what you focus on, right? So why do I always meet bastards? Why do I always miss bastards? And then so your eye just focuses on bastards, right?
Yeah.
And the nice guys, and then we label them, nice guys are boring, I like bad boys, and then we start labeling it, okay? But because we're not clear with what we want and our boundaries. I said, look, I like excitement, but at the same time I like safety. I like this, but at the same time, I like this. Nobody will ever lay their hands on me. Nobody will ever call me a name. But what they are going to do, they're going to respect me. They're going to this, and you're going to focus on all the things you want. But then right at the beginning, these are my boundaries. I do this in business. So if you came to my office, I say, right, this is my value book. And there's a book. I give him a little 7-page book. And he says, my boundaries are my values.
Really?
The person we talked about, that he cancelled my meetings twice last minute, he was out. Because I told him right from the beginning, my boundaries are punctuality, and as a man, your word is it. So if you give me your word and you don't do it, you're out.
But I rescheduled this podcast a few times, but you still accept me. Thank you so much.
Well, I didn't know because you were doing it through my PA,
no, there was, you did it, that's why you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. I think I saw your name on the diary.
I had some issue, some issue, challenges, bravo.
Yeah, but my PA did it, but it wasn't like, and also, this is a social thing, right? With other people, I put together plans and proposals and connected people. There's a ripple effect. Next time we meet, you come for a podcast of mine, I'll show you the book. And it's beautiful, it's heartfelt. Everything I write is from the heart, right? I say, come on this journey with me. This journey is like a hop-on, hop-off bus, right?
Hop-on, yeah.
So the length of the journey is up to you. These are my values, these are my boundaries. Hopefully, once we meet, this journey can be a long journey. But if you're going to hop off after one stop, it's fine, as long as we both benefited from it. It's okay.
But do you put this in relationship as well, these boundaries?
No, because...
not the same ones, but can you do it? Because I realize, now I'm doing it. Like if I meet a guy that I start dating, this is my limit, this is me, if you want, alas, otherwise I'm not going to...
You are
right now, I'm like
very few. Because I tell you what, most people are optimists. Okay, so this is the feeling they go to. Oh, wow, he's nice, she's nice, let's jump into this relationship. And then something goes wrong. And then it triggers all this shit that you put up with the previous thing. Because people are optimistic, right? They're hoping this is the one. And this person ticks all my boxes. But the person who really succeeds goes, right, before I get all excited, let's just go through the boxes, shall we? And that's a much better place.
When do you actually find out the real person? After years as well. Anyway, this is we're going too far.
Why not?
But yeah, it's...
Won't say it. After years, you find out that this person wasn't...
No, you never know a person till many years.
You do know. It's just that we choose not to see it.
Yeah, blind.
All the signs are there. All the signs are there. We just think blink an eye. We just see what we want to see.
Yeah.
So that all the signs are there. So take full responsibility. It's not about the other person. It's about us.
About men nowadays, men and women, we cheat to each other too easy. Do you think it's gonna get worse, or there's gonna be a point where, okay, it's enough. Let's go back the way
Can I ask you a question?
Before.
What was you started it with men and women treat each other too...
Cheating each other too
Cheating.
easy. Cheating or because of social media, temptations.
But here's the thing, it's been going on since day one, okay? But look at this region.
Yeah.
Look at this region, right? If a Western woman looked at this region, they're thinking, women are being abused by men because they're having several women, okay? But when you come to this region and look at the outside, they're thinking, actually, my husband, right from day one, told me where I stood. And it's my choice to have this house, have him on a Monday, this. It's just what we're prepared to accept.
Yes, but what I'm saying now.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
If a Western woman looked at it, I think, oh, the man's cheating, he's got 3 wives on the go. Okay, but here, it's just absolutely normal.
Yeah, here, yes, of course.
So the world is how we perceive it, based on our own stories that we tell ourselves, if you see what I'm saying. So if you meet someone and the guy says, or the girl says, hey, listen, I like variety. I like variety. This is me, but I have all these qualities, and we can have variety. You can join in, or I can do it by myself. And you go, well, you're being honest. I can either be part of it or not part of it. Or you could say, because men are visual.
You can be honest, but no, nowadays we're not honest to each other. It's the truth.
Well, because people are scared.
Yeah.
People are scared of the repercussions, right?
No, this is, I'm sorry. Sometimes the guys, oh no, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to make you feel bad. I want you to tell me the truth, not just
Well, that's scary.
behind.
That's scary. I want you to tell me the truth. I'll be like, shit myself. I'll be like, I don't think so.
This coming
I think
out my Italian part.
Yeah.
Because the truth is honest, is respect.
Okay, so what I would do, it's like, it's really interesting because this is like sales. It's like sales, okay? If I'm going to have a business relationship with someone, okay, and I know, for instance, in the past, I met someone and they say, I love to buy this property off you, okay? And then I go around, do all the running around, and you ghost me.
Well, many times clients, they do that, of course.
Okay? In business, I've realized a way, which I'm going to teach your staff, how to not to be ghosted. How much of that sales will improve?
To me, it didn't happen very often, but for real estate agents, it normally happens very often. Yeah.
Anybody in sales, it happens. Okay? What if I said to you, look, we're going to do hopefully some business. And it's my job to run around and find you the right properties. But I'm going to spend half a day doing that. As a sign of respect, there's only one thing I ask you, don't ghost me. Would that be okay with you? I'm going to run around and get you the right property. As a sign of respect in return, would you...
People still will do it.
Majority of people are good people. Some will. I promise you, some will ghost you. But a majority of people, hey, listen, I don't win every deal I sit, right? So as long as you don't make me feel belittled by ignoring me. Because the last thing I want to do is you have 6 missed calls from me. Just respect me to tell me you're not going to go ahead. Just respect me to tell me you're going ahead with somebody else.
But it's also wrong to make 6 calls. If someone doesn't answer me once, I don't call
well, that's
anymore.
you.
No,
That's
I don't.
you. But I will explain to you how the salespeople should. The reason you're a leader is because you only make 1 call, right? And you can be very black and white. And your staff aren't like you. They're never. If there's somebody in your corporation like you, they'll become your competitors.
Oh, that's for sure.
Okay?
For sure.
So don't expect people to be like you, 1 call and F off, right?
Yeah.
No, there's a certain number of calls. But we've been there at the beginning when we make 5 calls thinking, I can't make another one because I look desperate now. There's so many people out there who don't know how to deal with prospects. So it's just like a relationship, right?
But do you believe it's also about
like
energy?
a relationship, if I may, right? You say, so listen, I get the feeling you want to have a relationship with me, and I want to have a relationship with you. And I'm going to start this not based on my past experience. I just know what I want, okay? I'm open to anything as long as there's no surprises, okay? Can you commit to that? Because to me, it's black and white. If you're going to surprise me with something, I don't want that in my life. Is that clear?
Do you think maybe a client already scared about this and this?
Well, you don't say to the client. This is a relationship
okay.
conversation.
Sorry. I got lost.
The client conversation is don't ghost me.
I used to do this also. But if life, you never know what is going to happen in life. We never know what is going to happen later. You can say this, but then the partner will forget. Well,
Because you know why? Because first of all, there is an Italian in you. There's a Latino who
There
kill,
is.
right? So that kill thing can come out sometimes, right? And then that can scare a human being, let alone a man in a relationship. So they got to know there's tranquility, right? Not right. That doesn't help. Okay, because at the same time, the other person has feelings also, right? They want to be shitting themselves all the time or walking on eggshells that they might upset your Latino temperament, right? So you need to work on yourself. But here's the thing. Make yourself irreplaceable.
Exactly.
Make yourself so freaking irreplaceable. then the other person will never even think about upsetting you or crossing you or losing you.
Like even at work, you make yourself useful. Make yourself that, how do you say, like, make yourself, there is a word, irreplaceable, because you've been doing so much for this company and you've been working so hard that it's very hard to find someone else like you.
You know what's the most common thing I get in a company is like, can I have more salary? And I say, why? And they go, well, because my rent's gone up. Or the price of fuel has gone up. I said, well, that's got nothing to do with me. That's your shit, right? Add value.
Exactly.
Keep adding value that I cannot afford not to give you more money. So instead of demanding, because the world owes you nothing.
Yeah, they should say, add some salary because I will add this for you more.
I'll show you, over the last 3 months, I've brought you this, and there's been a growth in what I do, and I've taken certain responsibilities outside my work requirements. And I feel I'm worth this. What do you think?
That's true.
It's a really good conversation.
Completely different, of course, of course. You don't even look desperate. Oh, my rent is higher.
What the hell has that got to do with you?
Yeah.
You move to a cheaper place, right?
Exactly.
That's your problem, not mine.
Okay, thank you so much. Done. We're gonna do it. Okay, thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you for being here with Karak with Fabri, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you, Dariush.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.